Community organizations are stepping up efforts to deliver emergency food supplies to the poorest people in South Africa. Almost half of the population in the country lives below the breadline, putting them at risk. The number of coronavirus cases has increased to over 1,300, but the death rate is still relatively low. CGTN's Julie Shire reports.
It's an early start for these Rays of Hope volunteers in sprawling Alexandra Township. They're preparing food parcels for those who have no means of getting by during lockdown.
We launched a campaign called #HopeForAlex to try and get South Africa, the communities, to donate money, to donate food that we can actually distribute to the families, to the most vulnerable people in Alexandra.
The township is crowded. People live close together with poor water and sanitation services, making it difficult to distance from each other. Any help is welcome.
If I wouldn't get this food, it will be bad for my family because the food helps me a lot.
Sikumbuzu lives with his mom and siblings. None of them are working. Their daily struggle means they have no luxuries.
I don't have a radio, I don't have a TV in my room. I don't check the TV most of the time. Like, abantu bane corona, but and then yabona abantu bafaka mask, but mina like angakayiboni TV.
He's heard rumors. He's seen people wearing masks, but he hasn't come to the reality that it's there. So he just sees people wearing masks. He doesn't have the knowledge, and he still doesn't believe this thing is happening. Yeah.
Getting food to people during this crisis has become crucial to prevent people from going hungry. But many in this township live below the poverty line, and there simply isn't enough to go around.
I recycle bottles, metal, cold drink caps, you see. And now since like this thing it was happening for these 21 days, we are struggling enough, you see. We survive by this thing, you understand? Yeah, nobody can come to you and help you, give you something to eat. And now these people, they expect us to be inside the house. Now, how can we sit inside the house without having anything to eat?
COVID-19 has killed thousands around the world, and it's now reached townships. Residents here are worried.
I got 2 weeks I stay at home. My colleagues say I must stay at home because I must be safe with my grandchildren and my children. The coronavirus is dangerous.
Community workers are hoping their efforts will help prevent a catastrophe in Alexandra. Testing has intensified here to detect further cases of COVID-19. Julie Shire, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.